the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
JJ, Jeff, you want to kick this thing off? Because I'm still trying to process everything here.
Yeah, it's like,
who wants to go first?
Well,
Come on in. It's open mic night with your host.
you could maybe say there's really 4 topics, but it's split into 6.
The Renegade, JJ Williams.
The Sammy and Eddie Kingston thing, which one's the better smelling turd?
And his panel of co-hosts.
I am founder. We'll call me that for today since we're going with the Jeff Jarrett love theme here this week, according to JJ.
The West Coast Professor, Jeff Meacham.
Karma is karma is karma.
That's professional wrestling! Damn it!
The Simple Man, Noah Foster.
It's showtime! Yeah! How you doing, JJ? How you doing, Jeff?
James.
Yeah.
And the He-Man, James Hebert.
Imagine Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, Paul White, the Baldies! There you go! It sells
God.
Get in there!
Short his ass and shit the bed.
He's not Amber Heard.
Give it time, JJ, give it time.
Now, I'm sure Jeff has some stuff that
Dumb move, just don't pull this bullshit again. You get one.
Tony needs to stop caring about the ratings.
Bradshaw said as long as the ads are in place, we're not going to lose that third hour.
Ring of Honor does not have to be AEW Live. They don't necessarily have to coexist with each other. We kind of saw that tonight to a degree.
Along with a panel of guests.
He is no longer glorious. Don't you bring that up. You want me to rant about what my NXT used to... No, we are done here for the night. I swear, James.
Because you never know who may show up for open mic night.
I leave our company in the capable hands of an extraordinary group of superstars, employees, and executives.
The first thing that came to my mind was, it's about damn time.
Amen!
I literally touched everybody in the state's trash. So it's horrible, you guys.
Peyton's new thing is Dennis the Menace, but it's funny because she calls it Dentist the Medicine. And
that's great.
When Elliot Taylor came out and did Born for Greatness live, I was popping my pussy, having a great time. I didn't care. I was having so much fun.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Fuck Bill Belichick.
Thing. We ended on wrestling, and then you bring in that shit. Then just how the fan goes off the damn rails. Brilliant, bloody brilliant.
We're here.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the Saturday night shenanigans that are Open Mic Night. I, of course, am your host, your moderator extraordinaire for the evening, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. What is going on today? It has been a long day. It has been an exhausting day, both mentally and physically. I can barely get the words out of my mouth. It's been that exhausting. But I digress on that one. It's been an entertaining day, nonetheless. In the last 36 hours, we have seen Mark Briscoe finish his story and finally become Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion 11 years to the day after his brother accomplished the same feat. We have seen legends get enshrined in the WWE Hall of Fame. We have seen my NXT stand and deliver. We have seen the rise of Trick Williams, the reascension of Roxanne Perez, and we have seen the first night of WrestleMania. So much to discuss, so much to digest. Let's go ahead and begin bringing in the panel here. First of all, the man who needs no introduction, the man whose name is right here on the marquee, Jeff motherfucking Meacham. What is up, good sir? You're muted.
I'm muted. We got no backdrop. We are all medically exhausted. You all leave us alone, damn it. It has been the best kind of tired I can possibly imagine, man. And most of y'all know what's been going on around here, or at least vague ideas of it. And this weekend is exactly what I needed, man. I came off a Kings win on Wednesday. Don't know how they're doing right now. I'll check into that momentarily. But every day after that has been something delightful. My son's birthday, and then the wrestling kicked into high gear. So I am here for this. I'm here for tomorrow for sure. Whew. Let's bring in the team. Let's get this shit going, man.
Sounds good. Well, for right now, we've got the core four, the four horsemen of the multiverse, if it were.
I'm okay with that.
I'm sure we will have more people joining us as the time rolls on.
Yes.
Of course, we all know Datilla is doing her post-Mania recap, which is why we are not streaming this on her Twitch.
Right.
I'm sure she will join us once she's done, if she's not completely exhausted.
Right.
We may get Walter or Big Baller G popping in live from the site of WrestleMania.
Yes.
To give us their thoughts. But before we get to any of that, we're going to start today by bringing in a man who we have yet to see this evening.
Yes.
We have yet to see this man all day.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and bring in the Heeb man, James Hebert. What is going on, good sir? Really quickly, how are you doing? And have you watched today's festivities?
Yes, I did. I was with friends.
Awesome.
Watching it, so everything is been watched except for the 2-hour pre-show. But yeah,
right.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, we will get to that and your thoughts on that in a moment. But much like this man next to me, the next man I'm going to bring in needs no fucking introduction because he is the MVP of the JMN.
Yeah.
Noah Foster, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. Yeah. What else needs to be said? We are officially starting a new era, and the world is on notice. WrestleMania 40 is in the book, and the Triple H era has officially begun. And we'll see tomorrow how WrestleMania 40 concludes, and what may be in store for everybody going forward in and out of the world of sports entertainment too. It's been a phenomenal weekend so far of all the wrestling. Still more wrestling left to watch even after this, but damn, what a night.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm still technically on a high from this morning, Noah.
Yeah.
Same.
Stand and Deliver was so fucking good. James, Stand and Deliver was so fucking good that Noah said that this is as close as he has gotten to seeing his black and gold NXT. Would you concur as someone who was big on the black and gold and not so big when things transferred over?
that is the one show I haven't seen yet, so I cannot comment until
Boo hiss. Boo hiss at you. Boo this man.
I was busy with my uncle's doc stuff, man. Don't
Okay.
He's got a priority. Remember what I say, guys.
A year, bro.
Priorities for passion.
You know what though? We did give
a little bit of crap.
We did give the trailer at the start of Stand and Deliver as part of the intro to the show today, and the intro to WrestleMania too. So,
and we will run it again here this evening at some point because once some of the other adults get back into the house, I will be making some tasty alcoholic beverages for the three of us to partake in, and I'm going to need a long commercial to be able to do that. So,
well, in that case, I'll make one then too.
It's gonna be dangerous night.
Because we should toast WrestleMania. It was. There's a question. I don't know if we got there yet or not, Jay. When we do, I'll answer it. But
if it doesn't have a super chat, then you know.
Well, no. It just. I feel we should toast the day so far because it has been a hell of a day.
Honestly,
that is fair.
Yeah, and again, like I said, I mean, you kind of ran down the itinerary so far that we've done just in the past 24 hours of the JMN Multiverse of Media with the Hall of Fame, with Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, which was so fucking awesome for the most bit, except on Castle. With freaking Stand Deliver, that truly was tremendous. Honestly, the best NXT PLE this era so far. I'll give wherever credit's due. Congrats to Ava Rain. And of course, like we said, we just saw WrestleMania Night 1, outside the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles can play as Latinos, again, it's been just a phenomenal time to be a professional wrestling fan. There's no denying that.
Well, I think earlier those guys get brought up again.
History, Jeff. History.
I had a friend who's watching the replay back. What I thought, and I flat out said, I said it's on its way to being the best WrestleMania ever. And he goes, better than 17. I said, night 2. If night 2 delivers like night 1,
Yep, I agree. I think I'm pretty sure I said that at some point earlier tonight. I mean, you could tell right now it's a whole different feel, vibe, environment, in storytelling, in creativity, in showcasing, in inclusion, and in brand marketing, which might be a little bit overkill, at least there was no mascots. Damn it. And again, just the presentation tonight alone felt something completely different. I mean, hell, they've updated their opening moniker now. It's like really taking WWE to the next level. It's like a freaking logo that is fully defined and cannot be broken. We are looking at arguably right now the biggest era ever in sports entertainment history, with arguably the greatest mind ever right now at the helm of it, Triple H.
I mean, if we're gonna kick off a brand new era, then tonight was the fucking way to do it.
Yep.
Damn right.
Hot on the heels of last night's Hall of Fame ceremony, where it was admitted that Paul Heyman was the #1 draft pick for Triple H's first Hall of Fame class.
Yep.
To the new signature tonight, which looked like, if you want to be technical, it looked like constellations in the sky.
Yep.
The stars of the WWE, if you will.
It did.
Very well put together to Triple H's
Stars
announcement that a
aligned.
new era has begun, to everything we saw today, man. I mean, we finally got the tag titles split up again. We've got a brand new Muppet of an Intercontinental Champion. And I got to call the most electrifying move in sports entertainment history in the main event. I can only put that on par with you two gentlemen in the bottom getting to call the Stone Cold Stunner 2 years ago.
Yep.
I still have hairs standing up on my arm from what we just saw.
JJ, I was literally shaking in my freaking suit during Gunther and Sami Zayn and during that main event match at points. I was on the edge of my seat.
And Jeff was shaking in hysterics from my dad jokes and my one-liners. I mean, Jeff, were you keeping count? How many Rock movies did I name drop during that main event?
I couldn't.
James, you're going to have to go back to our commentary, bro, for the highlight reel.
You almost.
I was using so many Rock movie titles. I got Walking Tall in there. I got Doom in there. I got Get Smart and Be Cool in there. I got Fast and Furious and Faster. I got Pain and Gain. I got Rampage. I got San Andreas. I got so many Rock movie references in there. It was
somehow
fucking comical. And I was waiting for Noah to break, but Noah doesn't do movies. So I was curious how much of it he was actually fucking getting. But this guy muted, but on camera was fucking doubled over in hysterics every time I would name drop something.
Yeah.
That is the integral rule of play-by-play. I told myself, I promised myself how important and big this felt. I was going to hold myself to a standard because I'm just a fan that's able to live out my greatest fantasy. You came fucking close to breaking me when you said Walking Tall at the beginning, because that is one of me and my mom's favorite movies. Do you realize how tough it is to be play-by-play when I can't counteract your ass?
Yep.
Damn it.
Well, before we get into the one topic we're really going to discuss tonight, let's give people the rundown on everything that happened.
Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
I quit. Damn it.
Well, you see, the good guys won everywhere except one match.
I mean, that's pretty fair.
There you go. Rundown done. Yeah.
Yeah.
All seriousness, guys. Come on.
I was gonna say when Noah came in, well, nothing to say. It's like, all right, short 20-minute show. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Like,
you know we don't do that here, but go ahead. Let me do my thing better than Excalibur, as you said. As we saw in the opening match of the Triple H introduced the new era, Rhea Ripley was able to overcome the man Becky Lynch in the most ridiculous damn ladder match that I saw. That six-way dance, the titles have officially been separated. A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, while Austin Truth, good Lord Almighty, are the Raw Tag Team Champions. We, of course, also saw representation on full display as Jade Cargill jaded Dakota Kai of Damage Control and won alongside Bianca Belair and, of course, Naomi. In what was the damnedest Rocky story we saw tonight, the Lean General Gunther took Sami Zayn to limp and Sami Zayn refused to die. Sami Zayn is the brand new Intercontinental Champion. The lane of the Lean General is over in what was a Latino World Order showcase for Lucha Libre supremacy and pride in the battle of father and son. It was the guy of the title that fell short as Rey Mysterio, Andrade, and some Philadelphia Eagles officially welcome into the group. Were allowed to get the win over Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar. Excuse me, I almost lost myself there. And then, of course, it all culminated in our main event. Oh, good God almighty. That match was absolutely ridiculous. As The Rock, the final boss, and the tribal chief Roman Reigns, the bloodline, overcame Seth freaking Rollins and Cody Rhodes, which means tomorrow it will be bloodline rules when Cody contends for Roman Reigns gold. Will Cody finish the story? You have to tune in tomorrow night, Sunday night, WrestleMania 40. But what an incredible start to a new era. And arguably, this could be the greatest WrestleMania of our time. World take notice.
Yeah, and kind of going back to what you said a minute ago, James, I mean, it was more like a 60-40 split, 70-30 split, because you figure in the 7 matches we had, Rhea Ripley technically is the heel. She won.
Yeah.
A-Town Down Under our heels. Yeah. They walked away with tag titles. And the Bloodline walked away with the victory there.
Yeah.
True that.
So we had 3 heels win tonight. Of course, the Awesome Truth, as Noah said, walked away with one of the tag straps. So there was a 50-50 split there.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the matches were babyface victorious. But
well, yeah, also, how could I forget with how much we saw tonight? Jey Uso beat Jimmy Uso in their first ever one-on-one encounter. And that was just WrestleMania Saturday. As far as NXT Stand and Deliver, where, again, this brand is soon becoming far more what I remember NXT being. Ava Raine, incredible job. Tony D'Angelo failed to dethrone the czar of NXT, Ilya Dragunov. It still reigns supreme. Thea Hale found Henry Klein Jordan, defeated Izzy Dane, Katana James, and Jessie Jane in 6-woman tag team match. Roxanne Perez fulfilled her self-made promise and literally nearly broke Lara Valkyria's arm as once again NXT Women's Champion in one of the damnedest 3-man heavyweight bouts I've seen for the NXT North American Championship. Ola Femi is a super freak of strength and nature, and has such retained his NXT North American Championship against Dijak and Josh Briggs. And of course, the Whoop Dogs with new gear apparently. Didn't see that coming. Damn it. They were able to retain the NXT Tag Team Championships against Nathan Frazier and Axiom, and Joe Gacy finally got a freaking win. Who would have funkin'? On the kickoff show against Shawn Spears after Rich Holland attacked him before the bell. So again, this Saturday has been insane, but has worked incredible on all cylinders. There's no argument. And we also learned from Ava Raine that the NXT Women's Division will have a brand new NXT Women's North American Championship. And Trick Williams whooped that trick and beat Camilla Case in the main event.
Yep. I'm so stoked about this Women's North American Championship. I mean, you gotta wonder which women are going to be picked for the division, and if by doing this, they're going to try to clearly define the two divisions.
Yeah. And
you know, I think that's something that's desperately needed. I understand that you're going to have people that are the North American champion that are going to eventually elevate up to the world title picture. Of course, that's what the mid-card title is supposed to do.
Yeah.
But people that should be in the world title picture, your Lyra Valkyrias, your Blair Davenports, you know, these caliber of women, they need to not be in the North American title picture. They need to not be in that tournament. It needs to be your Kaylani Jordans, your Izzy Dames, your Thea Hales, you know, your Lash Legends. It needs to be these kind of women that are really kind of struggling to have a championship to fight for ever since the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions got merged with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
Might I add, still the most irrelevant titles right now, arguably in the industry, definitely in WWE. And also to your point about women and name value and representation and separation distinction, Julia from fucking Stardom might be on her way to WWE as she was in attendance for NXT Stand Deliver and WrestleMania alongside Rossi Ogawa, with Lord William Regal sitting next to them at Stand Deliver. So it's a real damn thing what's going on right now with Rosie Ogawa and WWE. So this future promotion that he's starting, buckle up.
Tatum Paxley's another one. Thank you, Emmanuel.
I mean,
I just didn't want to sit here rattling off every woman on the roster. I was trying to keep it short.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it short and name the ones with the most impact, the most equity.
The most recognized right now. I would give Soruka a chance in that too, but again, that's a whole different conversation. I'm sure Ava Raine, who right now is following in, again, Bloodline Roots, when you think about, again, who was inducted last night at Hall of Fame, definitely has a plan for this town. And right now, Ava Raine, outside Gail Kim, she's the person right now outside Gail Kim I could almost trust the same level to book a women's division the right way. I'm looking very forward to this. I'll be watching highlights, but I'll be watching. Again, your NXT is getting incredibly better, but weekly television, and that goes for all WWE. This new era of WrestleMania, we'll see.
You'll be watching, Jay. Always watching.
I am very optimistic with what we have seen in the last 24 plus hours between the Hall of Fame, Stand and Deliver, and Night 1 of WrestleMania, because, of course, I still haven't seen SmackDown.
Right.
As a matter of fact, breaking news right here on the channel, there is going to be no For the Love of Wrestling on Monday because I have no idea where the fuck I'm going to have the time to watch Impact and SmackDown. With everything that we've got going on, I'm probably not going to be able to watch Impact and SmackDown until Monday prior to Raw.
Yeah.
So Impact, SmackDown, and Raw will all be on Tuesday for the love of wrestling. No show Monday. It's a holiday. It's a Mimi's day. It's a watch the shows day and take notes.
Yeah. Protect your mentality.
But with everything that I've seen between the Hall of Fame, Stand and Deliver, and Night 1, I have high hopes for the Raw after Mania that it won't disappoint like last year.
I do too. I can honestly say that. Again, right now, I trust in Triple H. He truly is the best thing now going in the business. There's no argument, especially what we've seen so far tonight alone. I welcome this new era. I am on board for it so far. I'm loving it.
Just one more thing to add to my roster. I believe in the power of positivity. I believe in Positively Page. I believe in Bo Dallas. In Ali, I trust and I believe in Paul Levesque.
Yep.
However, I do not trust the system and I do not believe in Joe Hendry.
Damn it, we almost got you there, man. We almost got you there. What's it going to take?
You
Anyway.
goddamn right I went there, Datilla. I saw you in the chat, and that's why I had to go
need help. I need help. I'm in a handicap. Help me here. Seriously.
She's got to get ready
What
to
do you
do
mean? I'm
her
here.
own recap. But you know what? In all fairness, Noah, I said his name, and he shall appear.
There you go. All right. There you go.
Anyway.
There you go.
I could recap also last night's Supercard of Honor, but I think we've done enough recaps over today. If you haven't watched Supercard of Honor, what you doing? So
What are you doing?
What you doing? That being said, what are we doing besides literally shooting the breeze at every result possible? And for those that haven't watched, sorry, spoiler alert, you were warned. Now, that being said, JJ, you're the host. You got topics. I'm working on church stuff, but I'm here in attendance. So in my own way, I'll go ahead and execute. I'll go ahead and, cue you. Let's get right into it.
Honestly, I'm not trying to keep us on the air too terribly long here this evening.
Good idea.
I know we're going to do a little bit of a post show tomorrow as well. So me and Jeff already talked. We can do like one of our topics that we were going to do tonight, tomorrow after WrestleMania Night 2.
Nice.
Tomorrow we are going no longer than 2 hours.
I'm going to hold you to that
for,
like I did
for
last
post
year.
show. Exactly, and I kept my word last year, did I
You
not?
did. You did. That's why I'm going to do it again, to make sure.
So tomorrow we're going to go no more than 2 hours. It's a work night. It's a school night. I want to try to keep us off the air in under 3 tonight.
Okay.
We started at 8:30, 11:30 your guys' time. I want to be done by 11:30, 2:30 your guys' time because God damn it, the WWE wants to kill us and I have to be up at 6:15, 6:30 to do the goddamn Slammy Awards tomorrow.
Yeah, oh shit. I gotta fucking wake up and do it with you, don't I?
Make up.
Yes, sir.
Put a little makeup. Put a little makeup. 2 hours and 30 minutes starting right now.
I get that reference.
The
music.
the main topic. I won't say the only, but the main topic we're going to bring up tonight, because it's the only one me and Jeff agreed on to do, unless we get some super chatted that we'll talk about here from the viewers.
Okay.
Bill Brooks.
Yeah, we knew this was
gave
coming.
a hell of an interview earlier this week.
For those that don't know, I don't watch interviews. I have no idea.
Where he addressed numerous elephants, numerous skeletons, but primarily it was the first time. Think about this interview, Noah, kind of like when he exited WWE and sat down with Colt Cabana.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first time we heard Phil talk about Brawl Out, his AEW run, All In, Jack Perry, and so much more.
Uh-oh.
Everything he could.
Unfiltered, unscripted,
there were certain
unrestricted.
things that he couldn't talk about because of an NDA.
Brawl Out.
That was for Brawl Out.
Yes.
However, he did say to Ariel Helwani that he didn't have to sign an NDA for anything he did that day.
Mm-hmm.
He had to sign an NDA for the other shit that went down.
How does that work?
That means, Noah.
That means that he wasn't in the wrong.
Yeah, legally.
Pretty much.
Legally, the Young Bucks are goddamn stupid. That's what that means. They're the reason it happened.
That's another one you're gonna like, James, when you go back through our watch along call.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I made the joke. I made a reference about it was nice to watch a pair of brothers have a super kick party that actually knew what the fuck was good for business.
Yep.
Okay.
But I'm gonna leave that alone right there. That's not what we're here to discuss. Bill Brooks' interview, though.
Yeah.
Jeff, I know this was something that you really wanted to get into. James, I know you got into it a little bit this morning. I did see part of your show before we went live with Stand and Deliver.
Mm-hmm.
I did not take full-on notes of this interview. So I'm going to let you guys kind of lead the main points so that we can try to fill Noah in as best we can, as efficiently as we can. Big G, welcome to the chat room, bruh. The link is in the open mic night chat. If you have got 5 minutes, 10 minutes to pop in and let us know what it was like in the arena live, please come in, bruv.
Yes.
We would love some people that were there to give us live reactions. And Walter, if you're watching and can hear this, same thing, bro. Jeff, go ahead. I see you keep trying to put your hand up, so I'll throw to you first.
All right. What I'm going to say is just pretty much disclaimer stuff.
Okay.
All right. So everybody, I said this as we were leaving the other room with Noah. Everybody in here, everybody watching, all of you watching across the multiverse, everybody in the room knows that we all have an opinion about what happened between Phil Brooks and everybody else at AEW. Everybody knows that in one way or another, we are all very passionate about those opinions.
Yes.
What happened between Phil Brooks and AEW. Because I like to leave this ticker running because this is like one of the best tickers I've ever put together, but I want it to stay there. I'm not going to put up the views and opinions of this does not belong. This is only this person. Like, fucking done. Like, figure it out. So everybody that's going to say what they're going to say, it is their views and not necessarily the views of the Jeff JMN Multiverse of Media, myself, JJ, anybody that owns a channel, runs a channel, whatever. Yes.
Big G did just pop in, so let's go ahead and bring him in real quick before we get to this. Big G, what was the energy like, man? Talk about the crowd. Talk about the electricity.
What's up?
Talk to us, G.
Man.
The atmosphere was, huh?
Talk to us. You're fine.
Never mind. Delete.
There might be a little bit
Can
of
you
a
hear
delay.
me?
Go ahead, G. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't.
We can hear you, Big G.
It's signals.
Probably.
I got full bars. Oh, you guys can hear me?
Yeah,
Can you see me?
Yeah, just continue with what you were saying.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Just talk, Big G.
I'm gonna pop back out and then pop back in. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, he looks like he's exhausted, by the way.
He looks worse. He looks more exhausted than I was when I frickin' came from SummerSlam.
Dude, he is exhausted.
When he comes back, if he comes back with the signal, just let him see that and just everybody else quiet so he can just do his thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I'm gonna go ahead and take that back down.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So yeah, just again, whatever we're gonna say about what we're gonna say, just please keep in mind that it is our own personal opinions. They don't reflect the everybody in this or everybody, whatever. I will also say that what Phil said during the interview is Phil's perspective.
Yes.
It does not mean they are complete 100% factual statements. However, I am of the firm belief that this is as close as we're going to get to here's what went down back in locker rooms and back in everything, because as was stated, everybody else had to sign papers saying they can't say nothing. And Punk had to sign papers saying he wouldn't say something about shit he didn't do. So,
yep.
But everything else he talked about besides AEW stuff, I am so grateful to the foresight of Nick Khan, of Paul Levesque. In the moment of discussion, even Vince McMahon, for having this, like, you know what, we probably should bring this guy back. Punk stated during the interview with Ariel that the wheels were put into motion the Monday before Thanksgiving. So for perspective, that was the Monday before Survivor Series. Yes, sir.
I just want to address Big G so we don't have to do it in the chat. We completely understand, bro. We would love to have you for Raw after Mania.
Please do.
So
yes.
get your rest, get your energy back up for tomorrow. You look exhausted, as you said. We will be more than happy to have you on for Raw after Mania.
Absolutely.
Continue, Jeff.
Yeah. And just think about that. Punk, the wheel. He did state, and James, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to talk about the good, the positive stuff for WWE. That way you can say what you got to say, because I know you want to talk about the bad AEW stuff. And I kind of said my piece on it the other day, so I'm good. He did state that he could have walked out of Wembley and walked right onto Raw if he wanted to, because he technically quit. The reason I got so upset earlier this week with the releases after this interview is because Tony, much like he did the Dynamite after all this shit went down and said he was fearful for his life, acted like a punk rather than acting like a boss. Because, I'm not a boss, I'll show you, because James will explain why. But he released a bunch of people as a result of what Punk, it appears that way anyway. Yes. But as far as the WWE stuff,
we cannot say that there is a definitive cause and reaction, but it appears on the surface that the releases and Edge being trotted out to kick off Dynamite was very much to do damage control on AEW's behalf.
Yep. I am always of the opinion,
we all
Jay.
know damaged control is damaged goods.
Yes. I'm always of the opinion, JJ, and you know this better than anybody. If it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it's now out of the playoffs, and it's usually a duck. Just talk about what I'm seeing.
We
and not
can't
the
even
Oregon
say
Ducks.
it's Corey Perry anymore because he's not a duck anymore. So you
know.
Yeah,
but fuck him anyway. Anyway, so
I know Noah sports references.
Shit stain little. Anyway, as far as WWE, I am so appreciative of them because, like I said, the initial firm contact was breached Monday before Thanksgiving, so 5 days before the pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. Bonkers that it went that fast. And the question was asked, and I loved Phil's response. You know, were you under contract when you went out there? And Punk's like, "There's no way they're going to let me go out there without signing papers." He signed them at Gorilla. He walked up. I think it had to have been Hunter sitting there, handing the papers. He signed the papers, and he walked right out there. It's like, okay, because everybody at Gorilla's going, "What the hell did we just see?" And he walked right out there in that nasty white shirt.
That's raw as hell. That's raw as hell.
It was great. It was beautiful.
It was awesome. Yep.
The only people that knew were Paul Levesque, Nick Khan, and Phil Brooks.
Yeah. When it came down,
nobody else in the company knew what was going on.
Yep.
And he only told his family as he was literally driving to the arena that day.
Yeah. By the way, tune in because reason
I'm coming back.
I'm coming back tonight. Yeah, so great. It's not really a negative Vince story, so I will tell that story too, and then we'll move on to James. So not the day that NXT was in Connecticut. So I think that was a PLE, if I remember right, or maybe it was a special, whatever it was. When Punk walked out and did the whole thing with Shawn Michaels in the ring. So he was at the New Towers that morning, just getting a workout in because the gym was there. He was ready to get that. Well, work out. And he's on his phone talking to Nick Khan. And Vince's people walk in. Oh, I got the phone. This is like people be on the phone. And he's looking at Nick on the phone. Okay. Powers down the phone. Puts the phone fucking thing there for the treadmill. He's just on the treadmill, getting a walk in, getting a run in. And Vince walks in. How you doing, pal? Good, Vince. Welcome home. Thank you, Vince. Did his workout and left. The only time he's seen Vince at their whole return. And then, of course, January hit the fan for Vince. He's not spoken to Tony since Wembley.
Yep.
He grabbed the belt, did exactly what JJ said, acknowledged where he was going, walked right past Tony, got his shit and left. Has not spoken to Tony Khan since.
Yep.
I admire the balls. I do. And I before I pass the baton, if you will, I will state again, I was wrong about CM Punk.
Yep.
And I apologize for it.
I also apologize for it.
I don't like the way anybody handled their shit in Chicago. Not even him. I don't like it. I think it was I think his part at the table at the scrum was wrong. That part I don't apologize for because that was fucked up of him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You only get pushed so far. But you know what? You don't handle dirty laundry in a public laundromat. You just don't.
Which another positive to add to your positive list, Jeff. CM Punk admitted he was wrong.
He did
in this interview.
Yeah, he did. He admitted his complicity in the spiraling the shit out of control. He also didn't flat out apologize for taking Hangman to task back, but he reiterated I agree. Hangman Page just should have kept his goddamn mouth shut.
Which Hangman even agreed as well.
And he has. Everybody's been grown-ups about it except the malignant masses. And Tony, but Tony's the boss, so he can fuck that. But yeah, I again snap to a judgment based on past interactions, even in the process of stating I don't shit on people that do right by me and mine, and he's always done right by me and mine. There's an autograph sitting over here in AJ Lee's book with CM Punk's name on it, on the back of my dad's business card.
Yeah.
And I still shit on the man. Did he do something directly to me? No. He did something directly to my friend. And that's at least 2 or 3 degrees not my fucking business.
Yeah.
And I was wrong for it, and I am sorry for it. So now,
never know if Phil's going to actually see this.
I
will say before James takes over, before you throw it over to James.
Yeah.
Since you're here apologizing to Phil, I'm gonna go ahead and say I've had your back since day fucking one, bro.
Yes, you have.
Yep. Yes, you have.
I'm the one person on this show that stood behind him.
Yep.
Yep.
As far as the malignant tumors that are the masses, James?
Good shout to me.
Thank you.
Get fucking bent. Both of you. Get fired. Do not come back. Go back to Japan and have the reverse inverse effect that Logan Paul had when he got banned from the company over some dumb shit. You should have the inverse effect and be banished to Japan for life with Jack Perry at your freaking disposal and never, ever come back to the U.S. working scene again. Stop me when I'm telling lies.
Well, again, they are your opinion, and you're entitled to them.
Yes.
So.
That may be my opinions, and that's fair. I understand that everybody's going to feel the way they feel about the Young Bucks. That's fine. There is no excuse, even if he treated you a little bit like shit, where you at all go and treat any top star the way you treated CM Punk. Period. No excuse for it. None. And the Messi brothers and Jack Perry and by proxy, Scott fucking Colton all treated him like a piece of dog shit.
Well, let's not drag Colt Cabana into this because according to Punk on that interview, Colt went up to him, shortly after he arrived,
tried.
Hey, can we talk so that this won't be so weird? I will not have a conversation with you without an attorney present. And that was it.
As far
so let's not bring Colt into this too much.
Yeah.
Because Colt tried to do a respectable thing, tried to step to Punk and squash it so that things weren't going to be uncomfortable. And I completely understand where Punk was coming from, considering he was already having litigation with Colt Cabana.
Yep.
I will not talk to you without an attorney present.
And Punk had no reason to say anything about that, positive or negative, on this interview. And he did, to make sure that it was understood that they're still not going to make nice, but Colt isn't a complete fuck either at the end of the day. You know, and
that
again,
is fair, but
Colt's been a friend of the channel also, whereas Punk has not really been, which is why I was so quick to judge on him. But Colt, again, Scott and Phil made decisions in heated moments between Scott and Phil. And Scott was more wrong. If you believe everything at face value, Scott was more wrong in the 2014 scenario. But according to Phil, Scott tried to make nice. He just wasn't allowed to without a lawyer present. And I completely understand Phil's perspective on that. So I would, for one, be willing to almost give Scott Colt and Colt Cabana a pass. And I know I'm using government names, and Drew McIntyre is going to at me if he hears this, and that's fine. Whatever. But I just feel like while the situation between Colt and Punk is what really got this rolling down the road, Colt didn't ask Adam Page to drag him into this shit.
No.
And Punk even said at the scrum, why the fuck am I even talking about this right now?
Yeah.
This litigation's 7 years old, and before I do pass for sure, I have had strep throat every year of my adult life. Becky is a fucking badass if she had strep throat today. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a break so I could say shout out to Becky for going out there and handling business with strep throat, if that is in fact true. Not that I don't believe Arlene. She's one of the few people that can come in here and post stuff, and I will generally take it as it's actually true.
Yeah.
Unlike some other people that post comments in here.
Yeah.
But just because we're not near Becky and we don't know her to ask her, but still,
right.
If that is 100% accurate, shout out to the man for going out there and still doing stuff, because to Emmanuel's point, those temperatures out there did not help her.
No. That does not help you in that condition. Even Michael Cole, I heard in a commentary, Michael Cole did say that Becky Lynch has been sick all week, actually.
Yeah. And McAfee mentioned 102 fever. Strep throat is no joke. Becky is the fucking man now. I don't give a shit. She's the fucking man. Do that with strep throat. My goodness. Anyway, James.
Now, hopefully she doesn't get Rhea strep throat. That's the only hope.
Very contagious shit. So, yeah.
So, look, I still have my reservations on it because it's not like it hasn't happened before. Which is the whole reason for the lawsuit to happen in the first place. As Colt has admitted he did wrong. So wouldn't be the first time, he talked with people without probably thinking about it first. And in fairness to Colt, even if it did happen, okay, I could buy that maybe, all right, they're his friends. So he thought he could trust them. Hope he learned his lesson now on that front. Because again, at the very least, the Messi brothers need to be gone. There is no other way around it. Your fans have literally said in droves they need to fucking get out of there.
Yep.
There is no more second chances. There is no passcode. There is no collect $200. You either fire them outright or strip them of their EVP status, and they never get it back. And you keep them off TV for a year. That's what you do. You could be a fan of the Elite all you want. You could hate that we're talking about this for the upteenth gajillionth time all you want. The fact is, we have not gotten the truth until now. Just because it came from Phil does not mean, especially with what happened in Brawl In, wasn't true, because there is a fact of the matter of not only did Punk say this is exactly how it went down, of all fucking sources to admit this is exactly how things went down, DJ Woo Kid corroborates Phil Brooks' story.
Right.
And the only reason why it looked crazy is the fact that Jack Perry put himself through glass and was bleeding because of it. Like an idiot. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I am BS about how this goes on. And for everybody that's going to tell me, well, why are we talking about CM Punk? It's one guy that left. Who cares? It's not just one guy that left. There's very similar issues. And I don't buy, and I love Cody. I don't buy a word he's saying now. And it's nothing to do with Cody. It has everything to do with how Tony Khan has now handled this situation. Now, as a result of all this, he fired him, I think, before this interview was even supposed to drop, right? Then, after the interview drops, he lies about the reason he fired him.
Yeah.
And the boys called bullshit. The original boys that were actually with Dalton Castle, not the ones you saw in Ring of Honor last night. The boys that got fired said, no, we made everything that Tony Khan booked us for.
Yeah.
We made every day. And that goes not just for me and him, that goes for everybody else. So he lied. He lied. So if he's willing to lie about something small like that, and he's willing to lie about what actually happened between Phil Brooks and Tony Khan and Jack Perry like that, the fuck else is he willing to lie about?
After saying he wouldn't say anything about the firings in the first place.
Exactly. Thank you, Jeff. This is ridiculous now.
He's a liar.
This is ridiculous. He's a liar. He's a conniver. He's no better than all the carnies he poked fun at prior.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not even politicking as good as they were, because at least there was legitimate reasons they fucking may have lied every now and again. You didn't do that here. You were trying to play nice guy, and when your nice guy reputation got fucking tossed to the wayside, you tried to get it back by lying so that way you look like the good guy, and now people see through it more than fucking Alpine Swiss cheese.
Yep.
Like,
I know.
This is how they treat talent, not just top talent, talent in general, if you cross the boss or the EVPs the wrong way. This is the dynamic of your locker room now. So if you're an AEW fan, if you're a fan of professional wrestling, damn it, you should give a fuck about this.
Yep.
You should care about how Punk was unceremoniously removed from AEW after drawing in millions upon millions of dollars for that company, and it meant nothing because of one little thing that he said to a friend of theirs, and they got so pissed off that they decided to make his life a living hell for his entire time, which was supposed to be another summer of Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Egregious. Fucking disgusting behavior, and you're going to just tell me this is okay? And if this is going to happen to CM Punk, what happens to Adam Copeland? What happens to Will Ospreay? What happens to Kazuchika Okada? Because right now what's happening to Kazuchika Okada ain't great right now, considering he's stuck with the Messy Brothers, and they've disguised it to him like, oh, we're just friends. We're friends. We actually need you to fucking pull us out of a jam. We're really, really not doing good in the ratings. Oh, you're our friend. Come on in.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes Moné, you didn't even advertise because you were banking on the CM Punk effect again, no pun intended. Didn't work out, and it cost you in big time in the end. Big time. And then you follow it up, even though you still got 1 million viewers in that first segment, with the goddamn Messy Brothers again.
Yep.
Undoing all the star power that you potentially have left. So what's going to happen now? And by the way, that's not even considering the fact that there's already been BS spread by, I will not name the fucking journalist this time because they don't fucking deserve it, but you know who it is. That Mercedes is not liked in the locker room because she said, I'm willing to go back to WWE one day if the time is right.
He's as big a fucking cancer as the rest of them.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's ridiculous. Like, she just got there. Like, whatever. She's not the greatest to work with. Yes, she's probably more difficult than Phil. But the woman just got there and you're talking shit already?
Yep.
What the fuck is this nonsense high school level bullshit? Get a grip on reality. And by the way, I saw on Twitter, sorry, I don't, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to wrap it up with my final point. Fucking Punk. Ask Tony, please do something. Be a boss, please. And Tony replies to him, what do you want me to do about it? Here's how easy that is. Hold on. Here's how easy that is. Take the headphones off and Gorilla. Look at Jack Perry directly in the fucking eyes and say, unacceptable bullshit behavior. I'm suspending you for 2 months. Get the hell out of my building. You ever do that shit again, I'll give you the pink slip this time.
Like a boss.
That's it. And after all this shit, if you see a certain scumbag of the Jeff Beecham Network Multiverse of Media appear on Raw tomorrow night in Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Monday, yeah. Or tomorrow. Oh.
Sorry. Monday, we technically on Sunday in the East Coast.
That's fair. That's fair. East Coast.
But you know what? He could be at Mania too, so he's not wrong either
Mania,
way.
Raw after Mania. Don't be fucking surprised. By the way, his shop is 404 on Pro Wrestling Tees and AEW shops, folks.
Yep.
Guarantee you they don't want to make the same mistake they did last time when Punk went to the WWE. Yep. And he ended up selling out both merch stores with his merch just off of one appearance.
Fabulous.
So, period. End of fucking story. Fire the Messi brothers. There is no place for them in this company anymore. And the fact is, you got better EVPs in Kenny Omega and potentially Bryan Danielson any goddamn way.
Yep.
That's it. I got nothing else to say to this. I'm putting a cap on this. I never have to talk about this again.
Okay.
Punk proved my point for me. There's my rant.
Before I throw things over to Noah to get his thoughts on everything he's heard, because I know after hearing this information, he's got something to say, even if it's just a simple retort. I also know that everything he's heard isn't going to change his feelings on AEW and the product, because that is his passion. He loves AEW. He loves TNA. He loves all things professional wrestling. The only thing I'm going to say to kind of counter what James said, as far as the locker room having issues supposedly with Mercedes now, going back to Tony Khan, he ain't doing anything to help that situation. Supposedly, AEW has rankings. Supposedly, the rankings are based off of wins and losses and matches. So how do you have a number one contender that is going to face the winner of Julia Hart versus Willow Nightingale, and she hasn't had a fucking match yet?
Yep. He's a good question.
So doing things like that, where Mercedes seemingly is going to jump the entire division line, doesn't do anything to help her.
Yep.
There have been opportunities. There's no reason why she shouldn't be having a match on Dynasty.
Yeah.
But it's looking like her very first match won't even be until Double or Nothing.
Mm.
And she debuted in March. She's not going to have her first match until the end of May.
And it's a world title match.
TBS title, but still.
It is okay. With all personal respect to Mercedes Moné, she's not Hulk Hogan in WCW. Okay, your first match shouldn't be for a title. That's absurd.
A title that she will probably win because Willow should have never been New Japan Strong Women's Champion. It was supposed to go to Mercedes. So, realistically speaking, Willow's probably going to dethrone Julia, carry it for a month, and then lose it to Mercedes.
Which,
Mm-hmm.
especially considering the fact that she goes heel anyway, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Well, fair, but my problem with that, and I'm gonna invoke JJ's emotion here. How much did we, even me, shit on the Charlotte promo? I don't jump the line, I am the line.
Yeah.
Fucking Mercedes doing the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is.
But Tony's not just a fanboy and a copycat.
And Willow is again getting completely deflated. She's been on this miraculous climb, getting pushed to the moon ever since she defeated Mercedes.
Yep.
If she hadn't defeated Mercedes, she would be a jobber.
At best.
If not sitting in catering.
Mm-hmm.
I love Willow, but let's be real. Prior to defeating Mercedes, she barely won.
Yep.
After winning the New Japan title, she got pushed. And they're going to have her defeat Julia Hart more than likely.
Yep.
Just to give the championship to Mercedes, considering she was supposed to have the other title.
Yep.
And do you know why she got the strong push after winning the New Japan title, JJ?
Why, Jeff?
Which NorCal journalist who shall not be named is a big New Japan mark more than anybody else? Who's a big mark for Tony Khan?
Yep, there you go.
But
that was one of the things that Punk said in his interview that made me laugh and that I loved. If you are wrestling for star ratings and you're only selling 600 seats in an arena, we're not in the same business.
We're not in the same business. Yes.
You don't. Yep. You don't deserve to compare yourself to WWE ever again.
Darren, Noah is tired, one. And number two, I know Noah. He hates this negativity type of talk.
Yes.
But it's news. It came out this week. We're open mic night. We try to stay away from the negative if at all possible, but if it's newsworthy, it does need to be discussed. And this is the first time somebody has really gone on record and discussed what went down.
Yeah.
So it's conversational. It's topical.
But
Noah, I'm going to go ahead and throw it to you. Let you get your simple thoughts out. And then we will try to find some way to swing the conversation so that we can get back into more pleasant discussion.
Okay, that's all done. Idiots, business, ... summary, buffering, ... Don't be a fan, be a man. Simple as that.
Dude.
Yeah.
That was the greatest 5 seconds in the history of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's right.
He's so right.
Oh. But
yeah, that's the thing. I think that's the main point, really.
Dude, I'm telling you.
And then this is going to be my last thing about this.
Go for it.
If you're going to send somebody out to do damage control, why are you sending Edge? He wasn't there at All In.
No.
He wasn't there for Brawl Out.
Nope.
Why the hell are you sending Adam Copeland out there? What in the fuck does he have to do with a goddamn thing?
Nothing.
You want to send somebody out there to do some damage control? You want to send somebody out there to give a rah-rah sis boom boss speech? Trot Kenny by God fucking Omega out there with his diverticulitis and let him cut the promo.
Yeah.
Because he's an AVP. He's a day one-ish motherfucker. He helped start the goddamn company, and he was there for Brawl Outs.
And Brawl in.
Yeah.
So you want to send somebody out there that's going to rally the troops. That's who you send, especially when you consider the battle that he's fighting with his health.
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes it even more dramatic.
What is absurd.
You don't send
Yeah.
Edge out there to give a rah-rah speech when he has fuck all to do with it. And I love Adam.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hate on Adam. I'm not trying to bring Adam down.
No.
But what in the hell does he have to do with it?
Jay,
Not a goddamn thing.
Right.
You and I always complained year after year about the draft happening before Survivor Series or the Superstar Shakeup. Because why this guy dressed in red for the last 3 years is going to be on Team Blue all of a sudden? And that's as far as Adam goes. As far as Kenny goes, I bet you Kenny said no. He don't want to be involved in this bullshit. He's the only one that's been above it.
He wanted to squash it.
He did. Of course, he went out there and helped troll, which, not a good look the first week.
If we believe in Adam Cole at face value, or Adam Copeland at face value, he wanted to go out there apparently.
Which is fine.
Adam Copeland, baby.
Which is fine for Adam to want to be that guy because Tony Khan and his company have given Adam the opportunity that WWE was no longer giving him. And I'm fine with Adam's initiative. But if you are a real fucking boss, you go, maybe not a good look for you to go out there and do this.
Yep.
Send Jericho.
Fucking seriously send Chris Jericho.
Because he was your first champion.
Yep.
Send Mox.
Yep.
Jericho was your first champion. Jericho's your first major all-star draft pick that jumped to the other side. Oh God, it hurts to even say it out loud because I didn't even think about it just now.
Yep.
There are so many different people that could have done this.
Absolutely.
I can't tell if I can cut this damn ring. That hurt my hands.
Absolutely.
May I also add too on the Adam
very
Cole
quickly because I do want to get off this topic.
I agree. I just want to add to the Adam Copeland bit because I think that is important in this entire thing, and I feel like we neglected to mention that. Not only is it absurd that you trot out Adam Copeland, who had nothing to do with the situation, as you said, JJ, but then, and don't tell me this is a lie because it's obvious it is, he says all the lies that he wants to end his career in AEW. No, you don't. You don't. You said you wanted to go there strictly for Christian Cage.
Well,
I mean, maybe there's some truth. Maybe there. I'm not denying that you have a lot more talent to work with if you go to AEW. Sure. You're gonna have a great run there.
Yeah.
Don't tell me this is where you want to end your career and like actually no. Even if you do mean it, completely mute point. It doesn't help anything. It makes the company look cheap and stupid now.
I'm only gonna disagree with you because when he first jumped and when he first signed and did that 90 minutes with Sam Roberts, he said basically the same thing and it was in a much more positive light. So I do believe him that he said it. The only issue is the timing and the person that was chosen or volunteered to if Tony sent him out, Tony's in the wrong. If Adam volunteered and Tony didn't say no, Tony's in the wrong. Either way, Tony's in the wrong here. I'm not. If the chat was, I'm not shitting on Adam, nor should we expect Adam to shit on the company if he goes out there. He's gonna do what he wants. He's gonna do what he feels is right. Adam Copeland's trying to avoid the negativity, just bad timing. Right feeling, wrong place, wrong time.
Right. That's fair enough.
And it's unfortunate that this this came up this week, and there was this that came up. There was the other topic we'll get into tomorrow that I actually it may have been brought up earlier in the week by me, so I'm not going to bring it up. But there is some there, but at least as JJ said, we got it out. It's been spoken about by somebody that was there. It's been recapped by us, and hopefully, because it's Sunday now for most of you, this can be the last time this entire shit has been brought up.
Yeah, man.
And yes,
What's up, Cleaver? Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you, brother. I'll definitely watch the press conference back. It's just,
same.
Saturday night till Mike night. It's,
Yeah, if
They have
I
their own
don't get to see it tonight, then I'll probably watch it between the Slammies and night 2.
We'll have time. Flammy's gonna have us up at 7 or 6.
We will hopefully have time.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Again, I don't want to jinx things, but there's no definitive, it starts at this time, it ends at this time.
right.
Like I threw out there to Jeff. And again, knock on wood, let me move my phone here so I can knock my wood TV tray. I'm not saying I want this to happen, but considering they're broadcasting this from their world experience, their fan access, if you will, what's to say that they're not going to give out the first award at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific? That's 11 Eastern. So do the math from here on out. The next award at 8:30. The next award at 9. The next award at 9:30, and kind of spread it out, because what better way to get fans to come to the stage and maybe alleviate some of the pressure in the lines than to spread things out on the stage and give them out periodically instead of over a 2-hour time span like a typical award show. So again, I don't want that to be the way it happens. Jeff don't want that to be the way it happens. But who's to say that that's not going to be how it happens?
Mm-hmm.
That is how it. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emmanuel, in the chat room. I love you. Yeah, we'll definitely watch the press conference. I have liked the mentions that have been mentioned out there in the world all the weekend between, especially the Hall of Fame. That was really cool. And Colin, I think we're all Paul Levesque guys. And I think we'll be even more Paul Levesque guys after tomorrow night's night 2.
That's fair.
I have a feeling.
All right.
Whew.
James
All right.
has stepped away for a moment. That topic is done. I am going to run a commercial break. And we will be back momentarily. Honestly, I'm not sure what we're going to discuss for the second part of the show. Those of you out there in the chat room, if you have questions, throw them in the chat that you would like for us to discuss. If they are good, they don't need a super chat. If they suck, then you better super chat it, or else we're going to be ignoring you. Just going to leave it at that. Noah, put your eyes on the screen, good sir. It has not been completely updated because there's just way too many fucking things to be taken in and out this weekend. But minus the events that have already happened, here is everything we will be covering for watch-alongs across the multiverse of media between now and the Bash in Berlin.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Even in semi-horse mode, sort of, and fatigued since being up since 7 a.m. ET. I always tell you all the same thing I love to say. All the wrestling, 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 all the professional wrestling! Damn it! and sports entertainment. Though this new era might literally bring me back into it.
And
you heard it here, folks.
Deuce and Heyman both said it best Friday. Wrestling's no longer a bad word. And Paul Heyman said, sports professional wrestling.
Damn it.
Yay, Paul and Deuce. Yay, Paul and Deuce.
Paul also said that if you think that ECW died in the bankruptcy courts, you can suck my fucking dick.
He did. He said that on the air and everything. He was bleeding.
Things like
he was
that
muted.
is why we love Paul Heyman.
Yes.
God bless that man.
And shout out to Riff for somebody sent Aaron, or he found it, a clip from the crowd, and I'm like, ooh, he said the really bad thing. He went full George Carlin. Like, damn.
Right, so while we wait for other questions to come in,
yes,
probably the most important question we're going to get tonight.
All right.
Jeff, did you see my passionate speech on simply predicting about WrestleMania?
What happened?
He's giving her a standing ovation.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Good stuff. Very nice.
Good Lord Almighty.
God damn tripod piece of crap.
Emmanuel with the good one. What is the worst Mania ending of all time? He says it's possibly Triple H, Rock, Big Show, Mick Foley. I see you, and I raise you LT versus Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. You know what?
It's one of those bad ones. I don't know if it's the worst.
I not only see him and acknowledge him, I was at that one. And I agree with it. And I'll tell you what. For those of you who don't remember WrestleMania 2000, let me give you a brief recap.
Oh, Lord.
So McMahon in every corner. Whatever. Vince comes back out after getting laid open by the kid, Shane, Pornhound's pal, and hits The Rock with a chair, despite having been in Rock's corner, having come back from self-imposed exile after Stephanie and Triple H turned the WWE into the McMahon-Helmsley era. Nobody where I was sitting knew. We thought, I saw it because I was a little bit further down, but they all thought he hit Hunter. They're like, yeah, oh, wait a minute. And then it was flat as a pancake. The Rock bottom Shane, Rock bottom Vince. Stephanie slapped The Rock. He rock bottomed her and gave her the people's elbow. And that place was so flat, you'd have thought the Ducks would have not won the Stanley Cup yet, which they hadn't anyway. But it was quiet as church, and y'all are going to be there in a couple hours, so you'll know by comparison. Very flat. WrestleMania 11, while the match that main evented should not have been the main event in the first place, because that was the main event, it was the right finish. If the title match was the finish of the show, and that match, the way it ended with the botchy finish, then I'm on board with you, Jay.
Mm.
But LT coming in, being punked out by Bammer at the Rumble, being punked out at the public workout, having his legendary status called into question, other than the negative effect the entire thing had on Bam Bam and WWE, right way to go. For my money. I actually was going to say 2000 before you even put your answer out there, because I was there at that one. It was just a huh? The other one I was going to say was 34, I think it was.
Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns?
Yeah, Brock just beating Roman clean. Like you could hear it. It was like when Bruno lost the title. Eater pin drop in that stadium. It was like when Brock beat Undertaker. It was like, huh? But no, like, visceral crowd noise. It was just kind of like, huh.
Yeah.
Anybody else have one they'd like to offer?
No, he hit the one I was figured about. I remember that one. I mean, freaking beach balls going through that, and people literally falling asleep, and Brock Lesnar bludgeoning Roman Reigns, and people are like, we don't give a fuck. I mean, the one that maybe stands out a little bit more to me, you can tell how tired I am, folks. This is what happens when you stay up for exactly 17 hours straight plus.
I love you, dude.
Damn for wrestling. I think one that I was thinking about was probably 33. I just think, again, that kind of was overkill with the whole Undertaker, Roman Reigns. Roman beats the Undertaker. It's my yard now. The Undertaker already lost his mystique when he lost the streak. I honestly don't think Undertaker needed to be involved in WrestleMania after he lost the streak. Though I did enjoy the Bray Wyatt Undertaker moment, but again, it was really a moment when you think about it. That's a whole different story in itself. But 33, 34, back to back in my lifetime definitely hold up for me as what ending was that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we did get a super chat. Dean, winner, chicken dinner. Thank you very much to Arlene. $5 super chat. Do you think it was a good idea that Jason Kelsey interfered?
Let's go to the man all about the sports up in the top right-hand corner and get his response.
Jeff? Jeff? This isn't Batista versus John Cena. Please turn your chair back around. Acknowledge Arlene's super chat the nice way.
I don't like the Eagles. It cost me people coming here for my birthday last year, for my 40th. The only thing I want to see the Philadelphia Eagles in is in a situation where they are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs in week 6. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah,
I want them to suffer. I want their entire fandom to suffer. I want them to be in so much green that you can't tell the green with envy when they keep fucking losing. That's what I want for Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, if you had your birthday ruined by them, that's a pretty good reason.
So here, let me be clear. I had a wonderful 40th birthday. I had a wonderful next day. Couldn't go out day of until later in the day because Mother Nature decided to snow on my house in March. Like this guy's getting his house snowed on in April. What the actual fuck, Mother Nature?
That's a whole different conversation.
But I had a wonderful 40th birthday month. I ended it at WrestleMania next door to the place I was practically born in and grew up in.
Yeah.
However, had the Philadelphia Eagles not announced they were co-hosting WrestleMania in their stadium, the people back east, including Walter, Big Chief, may have come out here to celebrate with me and mine. So for that, and for the obvious fact that they're in the same division as the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles can go fuck themselves forever.
Okay. Now, my friend, my friend and his family, excuse me, one of my best friends, God bless him, and his family are tired, die-hard Dallas Cowboy fans, and even I'm going to see my friend tomorrow and ask, hey, Vaughn, how you feel about the Philadelphia Eagles? And I'm going to see what his response is and relay it back to you. Because one, he doesn't watch WWE. Two, he does die hard watch and support his Dallas Cowboys, wears gear and literally has furniture representing them. So, that's a conversation of a different sort. But my friend probably somewhat maybe echoes your passion. Maybe not your visceral, because you do have a personal reason behind it, and also my situation. Whereas for passions, I'm lucky to be financially stable enough to sustain where I live right now. Lord be with me all the day, all the time. But that's a whole different conversation. Personal life matters are my own situation. I get them to the Lord. But again, football, WWE, sports entertainment, professional wrestling, all underneath the same banner. Damn.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say for my response to Arlene's super chat is the babyface team of the Latino World Order, Rey Mysterio and Andrade El Idolo, needed a run-in to win.
Yeah.
And the bloodline needed zero outside interference.
Yeah, man.
The biggest heel faction in the company now, and arguably within the last decade, needed no outside interference.
Yeah.
Tonight,
But
anyway.
the babyface LWO needed Jason Kelsey and whoever the fuck the other guy was in the Mysterio mask with him.
And to be fair,
acknowledge your final boss and tribal chief because they did it on their own.
No. But anyway,
bunch of cheating asses, cheating ass Philadelphia Eagles, cheating ass LWO. And Nathan, if you're an Eagles fan, then I will, along with my aunt and my oldest cousin on her genealogy, I apologize to you. But if you're not an Eagles fan, you're telling me to fuck off as a Cowboys fan, then go fuck yourself. Whatever. I don't care.
I on the grave approve.
Nice.
Now, I will counter the argument about the bloodline with the fact that The Rock did use the board member influence over the referee.
Yeah.
He did do that. But much like The Rock did not interfere in any way and Miz defeated John Cena clean, history will state that there is a W for the bloodline tonight.
That is true.
That's right.
W is a W is a W.
The Miz defeated John Cena one-on-one in the middle of the ring.
Oh, that's the other one. That's the worst one ever. How could I forget? WrestleMania 27. Shall I rant about that one with the voice that I have?
Yeah,
If Noah is going to rant about that one, since Jeff got a $20 super chat to his channel earlier, that's a $20 super chat to my channel.
Agreed.
Because that'll help balance things out.
Yes.
Catherine and Arlene have really helped to balance things slightly, but there's still that huge deficit on my end as compared to Jeff's end. So you want Noah to rant about that?
Yes.
$20 super chat to my channel.
That's right.
I'm doing my best.
Manuel says his 18th birthday was Janet Jackson performing at the Super Bowl, and you know the rest.
He got titties on his 18th birthday. Yay for him. Anyway,
Arlene with another super chat, though, $5 to your side.
Oh, there you go.
What do you think about people saying Damian Priest was stupid for not cashing in?
No.
You know, I can see both sides of this coin. Because Seth, whether it was legitimate or an act, seemed to have visibly re-injured his knee.
Yep.
So why would you wait until tomorrow when you could have lost the tag titles, won the world title in the same night, and then you're marching in to fight the Scottish psychopath tomorrow for the World Heavyweight Championship in a defense?
Yep.
So I can see both sides of it. I wouldn't go as far as to say Priest was stupid, but I feel the Judgment Day has a plan.
I'm gonna say
it's a plan.
He's not stupid for two reasons. Number one, Judgment Day had kind of a rough day today, other than Rhea, as expected.
That's constant.
They can recover with Damian Priest doing his thing. Number two, where was Seth Rollins in placement of matches tonight?
Main event.
Last match. Who did Seth Rollins get whooped on by tonight? The Rock and Roman Reigns.
Rock.
What was the enduring memory as we faded to black? The bloodline and the member of the board standing tall.
Yep.
If I'm Damian Priest, I'm not messing with the final boss in his moment of glory.
That's fair.
I'm not messing with the tribal chief in his moment of glory.
That's fair. And I'm also not trying to cash in when Cody Rhodes is sitting in the rain as well and can help to beat that.
Yep. What you do.
Seth saved Cody from the spear. What's to say Cody wouldn't save Seth from the cash in?
Yep. Tit for tat, baby. Getting back to Janet Jackson. But either way tomorrow. Because Seth, if he does retain, is going to be a battered, broken champion. Damien cleans up the pieces. If Drew wins, it's going to take everything Drew has to beat Seth into that state. Because Seth is not going down without being shot out of the sky, bludgeoned with weapons, all the things. Drew will be exhausted. Damien takes advantage. And he'll be trying to find gear because UPS lost Drew's damn gear for the weekend. So Drew's already going to be in a shitty mood anyway.
Yeah.
And you know it feels like I loaned him his gear. So Drew's going to walk in there.
Hopefully there's a store in Philly that'll sell a kilt.
Right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Talk to my friends in Philly. There's about to be a Scottish store somewhere.
I was gonna say he could just go back to his old trunks and then go with Broken Dreams on top of that.
That's a rough take, Emmanuel. That's what we talked about in the first hour and a half. I wouldn't be going anywhere near TK's number if I'm Drew Galloway.
I'm staying the hell away from there at this point. I'm sorry, but I have to say
I think Drew would go back to TNA as
there
opposed
you
to
go.
going to AEW at this point, but that's just me.
I think that's a
Noah?
fair analysis. What?
Noah, what do you think about this? Was Damian Priest stupid for not cashing in tonight?
No, because so far every cash-in has failed in misery. You think Roman Reigns and The Rock will let Damian Priest usurp their winning moment? No, I think it's wise to wait for tomorrow when you don't have any bloodline involved, where at the end of the day, they're the only ones that you expect to acknowledge. And I think, honestly, he's got the best chance this entire run come tomorrow. Time is running short with Money in the Bank looming in Toronto. Still debating if I'm going to go to that. Don't know yet. But at this point, yeah, I think the best bet is to see what happens tomorrow and pick up the pieces. If Seth miraculously wins, well, everybody losing the predictions on that point, but you very much have a very realistic chance to have a new World Heavyweight Champion in your Money in the Bank, finally. So I say tomorrow is his best and not last opportunity.
You make the point about, not wanting to steal the moment from the tribal chief and the final boss. Jeff made a similar point. But considering he's not coming for Roman's title, you telling me that you couldn't envision Rock and Roman on the entrance ramp watching this all unfold and laughing their asses off? That not only did they just defeat Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and now it's Bloodline Rules tomorrow, but now Seth Rollins isn't even walking in with the belt. He lost that too. I could see Rock and Roman on the entryway just doubled over in hysterics laughing at Seth.
So you and Emmanuel together kind of made my point for me, but I'll go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. Rocky warned Seth if he got involved, he would use everything in his power to make sure that title goes away. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think Rock or Roman or anybody cares one or the other about Drew McIntyre. Drew's made it clear he's not a fan of the bloodline.
Yeah.
So whatever. Yeah. Whoever wins tomorrow. If I recall my WWE television in the last year well enough, there was an alliance between the Bloodline and the Judgment Day at one point.
There is. Yeah.
Just trying to remember that.
Imperium.
I also remember much more vividly, because it was only a night ago, Paul putting Rhea Ripley over like friggin' Rover about getting to work with her on the regular. Bloodline rules for the WWE Championship, absolutely. The Rock will do everything in his power to make sure that title goes away. Whoever wins the world title match, Damien and Judgment Day walk out there with The Rock at their side. Bloodline rules, Money in the Bank cash in. Oops.
Could happen.
Bye-bye world title. just like The Rock promised.
It's fair.
Or maybe they're trying to. They could do a swerve and pretend that they have their back, and maybe instead of cashing in on Seth or Cody, this is a long one, right? This is a long stretch. But what if he cashed in on The Rock's title? It's the People's World Championship. It's a world title.
If it had been presented by Ali's wife, maybe.
But it depends on what it's actually for, though.
The People's Championship is pretty much the exact same as the FTW title.
Right.
It's non-recognized.
Right.
That is a special presentation.
Yeah.
Still could happen. We don't know.
It's an interesting idea.
It is.
From a man who's great at fantasy booking.
Yes.
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a hell of a way to get that. Like, now you don't have any of the titles.
But I mean, yeah. But I struggled to find the word the other night. There's no long-term equity in Damian taking the Rock's title from, other than just being a dick.
Because at the end of the day, the Rock's title doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
My fantasy booking mind in my head would have been like, well, he could take the title and then turn it into an internet style championship because it's power for the people.
But that means Cardona comes back, and I want that.
Hey, listen, unify the titles
again.
Yeah, unify the titles. There you go. And then you can take a page out of
no pouting.
I want to match you.
I can.
No, it's my show. Turn around.
My network. I pout.
It's your channel. It's my show. Stop pouting.
Listen, we can do what No DQ did before and call it the interactive title.
No, we're not taking more No DQ. No. I'm already working for them next month as it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Plug that shit later. Out if I want to. Again, we have another night of we don't know what's going to happen, and it's beautiful.
That is true.
Yeah, I am so looking forward to tomorrow.
Oh.
Tomorrow. I'll love you tomorrow. It's only a day away.
There, East Coast already is Sunday.
It's happy WrestleMania Sunday for those of you past the Mountain Time Zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're where my buddy Jenna is in Alaska, we'll see you there in a few hours. Because it's cold and it's still early in the evening where they are. We'll get to that momentarily too, because I got that all part of my plug spiel.
Give me 1 second here, Jeff. Go ahead, and if you got something else that you want to briefly say as I get this ready.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were what you were doing.
I just figured, we'll briefly talk about tomorrow before we get into the show, since there's not really any other questions coming in.
What's everybody's favorite musical in the room?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that. That's a good one.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
What is it?
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
There you go. Good choice. I knew that right.
I don't really do musicals, so I'm kind of like on the front of movies. I don't really watch musicals, so I can't really comment on this.
All right, it's from the top tier.
That is correct.
I have a lot. Movie musical is Grease by a lot.
Not Rocky Horror?
No. Only because I watched it or performed it every week for 3 years, and I'm like, I'm over it. I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah, true.
It's a lot. So Disney-wise, if we're talking about the animated movies, then yeah, Mary Poppins, Lion King, all those are there. But I was going outside the bubble. I try every once in a while to do that. Yeah. So my favorite musical as far as a play, Mary Poppins is up there, and my niece is going to be performing in it next week, and I'm pissed at myself I can't be there. It translated very well from Disney, the combination of Disney and Travers' original work to a stage production. Very well done. Lion King also, as a stage presentation. But my favorite one, my two favorite ones. One is one that he detests, and I'm going to piss him off for saying it, but the Phantom of the Opera was fucking amazing live when I saw it. And the other one was Wicked. Wicked was so good, and I hope to God they don't butcher it when they do the movie version, because I will cut a bitch.
Don't cut a bitch.
I will cut a bitch if they mess that up.
Don't cut a bitch. It's bad.
Wizard of Oz is also a movie musical. It's fucking beautiful.
Sitting in the couch, I can't turn around. You over here talking about Phantom of the Opera.
You know what? I understand that the original horror classic with Cheney Sr. is a masterpiece. And it's the same, very basically the same story. But as great as the horror versions have been, the musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber is a thing of freaking beauty, and I am able to separate it. And I love them both. So I know. But seeing that as a stage production in person with all the bells and whistles at the Pantages, which is one of the best theaters in the world, was such an enjoyable experience for me. Grease also on stage was awesome, just because I got to meet one of all the stars, but I got to take my girl to meet Taylor Hicks from American Idol, who was playing in that production. So that was a cool show too.
That is fair.
Yeah, but Disney,
All
Mary
right.
Poppins, Lion King, without a doubt.
Tomorrow. Let's freaking go. This is supposedly going to be our kickoff tomorrow.
Oh.
If the rumored reports about match order are correct. And again, I say rumored reports.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I do believe that what was put for tonight ended up being accurate.
Mm-hmm.
We had Rhea versus Becky. We had the tag ladder match. We had Ray and Dragon Lee versus Santos and Dom. Then we had Jay and Jimmy. Then we had the women, Sammy Gunther, and the main event. That was accurate.
Yep.
So, assuming everything holds true, this is how we're kicking the night off, gentlemen. Seth freaking Rollins defending the title against the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. And we don't slow down from there, because from there we get extreme. And we move into a Philadelphia street fight as Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits take on the Final Testament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Pride with the thing in the middle. There you go. It's good stuff. I like that.
I have not seen them called the Pride on WWE TV yet. As far as I'm concerned, that's a fan-made name.
Yep.
Also profiling, that's wrong.
No, what's profiling is the fact that this match is sponsored by Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice.
Yeah. Rolling down the street. Wrong guy to be doing that.
That is profiling.
Yeah.
That's profiling.
That's pretty bad.
But Gin and Juice is pretty good. If anybody's ever tasted it, it's pretty good stuff. But it is what it is. It's a packaged drink. What are you gonna do?
From there, we go to a match that I know intrigues me. I know intrigues Jeff because of our history with these two gentlemen, and I know intrigues Noah because it's a battle of two former TNA World Heavyweight Champions. The Megastar versus the Phenomenal One.
Yeah.
Just, dude. You can't
JJ.
even really call this the past versus the present because both of them are up there in years.
I was gonna say.
It's just that Ricker, Eli Drake, L.A. Knight, whatever you want to address him as, made it to the big dance later in his life. Very much a DDP-esque story.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas AJ Styles has been kicking around since the dying days of WCW.
This is our indie fandom prior to stopping at 10 and regular colliding, dude.
Yeah.
PWG versus Marquez era. That's
For
what
real.
it comes down to, man.
For real. I mean, granted, AJ was in TNA at that time, but
Yes.
former Pro Wrestling Guerrilla world champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, versus former championship wrestling from Hollywood superstar Shawn Ricker. Just
beautiful,
insanity.
Man. Just amazing.
I see you, Emmanuel. I will get to you as soon as I'm done running this down. Then we have this. Randy Orton, KO, Logan Paul. And you know what? It's too late to make a change, but I am seriously wondering, after seeing Sammy walk out with the Intercontinental title tonight, if KO isn't going to walk out United States champion tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, they won the tag titles together in the main event of night one. This year, they walk out of WrestleMania as the second tier title on their respective brands.
That's beautiful.
Just saying. And we saw KO right before Sammy went through the curtain, like,
Do they red herring as Jay and do the same thing only to have Kevin lose? Wouldn't that be a dick move, right?
It would be, but I mean,
why not?
It's fair.
Why not?
And Noah, I'm going to let you take this one because women's wrestling.
And damn respect to the Royal Rumble winner, Bayley, looking to claim finally her first real WrestleMania moment, unlike what she basically was able to achieve back at WrestleMania 33. We don't talk about the year that no one wants to talk about. And also, again, Royal Rumble winner, not even on the marquee, not even on the poster, underrated supporting act of WWE for the better part of insert how long plus here. And taking on Io Sky, daughter of Stardom, leader of Damage Control, looking to lead by example, but it's Damage Control, damage beyond all belief. But with Julia on the helm, I gotta wonder, this is definitely going to change things in perspective, but Bayley deserves this. Might be her last chance, might be her only one, damn it. But damn it, she deserves this. I really am pulling for Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship.
Yeah. And I'm going to correct you briefly because unfortunately I can't find an image of it, but they redid the poster. And if you watch the Impulsive podcast, you'll see the new posters behind Triple H as he's being interviewed by Logan. They added Bayley to the newer poster because of the backlash of keeping her off of it.
Good. That's respect.
Good.
Either way, Bayley for the win. I mean, again, Bayley, Royal Rumble winner this year, women's Royal Rumble winner. She's done everything in WWE. And after bringing Damage Control to the dance in the first place, Io Sky is lucky to even be champion despite her resume prior to WWE. It's time for Bayley to put Io Sky on notice exactly who she is, even if the genius of the sky looks to be the one to ascend to higher heights. I think she falls come tonight.
And then our main event.
Finish your story, damn it! I can't even scream. That's how tired I am.
After seeing what we saw tonight, after knowing the rules for tomorrow, does Cody go from undesirable to undeniable? Or Does the new reign of terror continue on his way to eclipsing Hogan with roughly 160 days left to go? That's not an exact number. It's a rough number.
To hell with records. Enough of the freaking madness. The fact that this freaking man,
159 is the
I
day
don't
count.
care if it's 9.5 days and 2 moons and sunlights, damn it. I've had enough of this shit. The fact that this man actually been going this long, and I honor the fact that he's been on medicine because he still faces the capital C to this day that's claimed many a man that were unable to face it. Cody Rhodes deserves this win. Damn it!
James?
I'm not convinced until I see it for myself.
I mean,
that's fair. I mean, I was telling Natalie, who's gone back home because she needs to get some practice in for Mary Poppins. She won't be here tomorrow, unfortunately. But I was telling Natalie as we were walking from the car to the apartment about the passionate speech that I gave on Simply Predicting Noah, where I made all of the analogies. You know, Babe Ruth is stepping up to the plate. Do you bet against him hitting a home run? When Wayne Gretzky touches the ice, do you bet against him scoring a goal? When Tom Brady steps on the gridiron, do you bet against him throwing a touchdown pass? Kobe Bryant steps onto the court. Do you bet against him scoring a bucket? When Ali steps in the ring, do you bet against him losing? Why are you going to bet against Roman Reigns? Until that belt comes off of his shoulder, you can't bet against him.
I can't anymore. Like I made that mistake last year. I'm not doing it this year. I want it to be the case, but it won't happen until I see it for myself. So I'm going with the opposite prediction. So.
I'm going to put an image in the. Oh, good. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was going to address the super chat.
I'm putting an image in the studio. Do not post it. We will talk about it off air.
Okay. $2 super chat from Emmanuel. Thoughts on the sponsorship throughout the night? You know, I mentioned the fact that the Bobby Lashley Street Profit match is sponsored by Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice. You know, the LWO match was sponsored by Aguas Frescas. I'm just...
marketing.
One of the matches was sponsored by Wingstop. Was it the women's match? The 6-woman match that was sponsored by Wingstop.
Yeah,
so you got the chicken in there for the trio of black excellence. You know,
right? Like, damn
fried
it!
Chicken.
You know,
like I'm just.
In this era of WWFC, expect more marketing. Simple.
I was gonna say.
No. I have nothing against the marketing.
Right.
It's where they decided to place some of the stuff.
Yeah. Well, at least you didn't have a mascot.
Latino World Order is sponsored by Aguas Frescas. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits is sponsored by Gin and Juice from Snoop Dogg. If we're accurate, and it was the women's 6-person tag sponsored by Wingstop.
It was.
So you got 3 black women and fried chicken wings. Like, can we try to not be profiling some of these sponsorships?
These wasn't brought to us by Waffle House.
Give them
Waffle House
Noah.
is good though. I like Waffle.
I wouldn't know. I've never been to Waffle House.
Anyway, JJ, go ahead.
You know, don't give them ideas. Like I said, I have no issue with the sponsorship of matches.
Right.
You know, I've gotten to the point where I take it as a ha-ha. I had a Snickers tonight. I've got a Slim Jim Savage next to me for tomorrow for LA Knights match. I've got my prime drinks. You know, I'm down to roll with the haha.
Right.
But I just think that they need to be a little bit more cautious about what matches are sponsored by what things.
The vodka, which is basically freaking what do they call it? Stuff that cauterizes wounds. The hydrochloric. Really clear stuff. Not rubbing alcohol, but
rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, but there's another thing like that.
Hydroforfosine, don't know.
Yeah, whatever it is. Vodka sponsoring a match that's going to require injury control. Like, I mean, it's all there. It's all there in the wrong place at the wrong time. So yeah, but we're going to see a lot of it because of the merger with UFC.
Emmanuel saying it's been a long night, thus the lack of questions. Thank you, gentlemen, for providing us with almost 10 hours of stream. It's not said enough. Thank you for taking your time to enjoy calling these matches. Emmanuel, things like this are why you and your sister are the MVPs of our fan base. We appreciate the appreciation.
Yep. Amen to that.
You guys don't freaking hesitate to give the flowers where it's due. And we appreciate that. Another $2 super chat from Emmanuel. Is this the end of the 4 horsewoman era? I think we'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Becky's last moment, Becky's last stand, Charlotte injured, and the other ones in a different era.
I think even if Bayley wins, we can probably, keyword probably, say that yes, we are at the end of it. Because if we want to be honest, Bayley never got the flowers that the other 3 did.
Correct.
No.
So for her to get this moment here and become champion, if she does, and go on a decent reign, at least let's say until the Money in the Bank comes into play, I think that's, as long as Charlotte doesn't come back and jumps the line, and as long as Becky can take herself out of contention for a minute and let Rhea Ripley, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, freaking Nia Jax, Kaden and Katana, Nikki Cross, the list goes on and on, get their opportunity to shine, then if they want to come back together like Voltron, cool. But I think for as great as the 4 horsewoman era was, and granted, I can't speak from a whole lot of experience because most of it was during my absence, but for everything that they did to take the division to new heights, there are plenty of women on the roster now that are ready to pick up that mantle and run with it even further. Again, you've got Rhea, you've got Bianca, you've got Naomi back, you've got Jade now. You've got Chelsea Green, who's been relegated to tag team comedy. You've got Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria waiting and chomping at the bit for their call-up. You've got Liv with unfinished business with Rhea. You've got Alexa waiting to come back whenever she is 100% ready. You've got other women from roughly the same era that are still waiting to get their time in the spotlight. Let's give it to them.
I even if Charlotte returns strong, figure Becky's looking like it's done. Sasha's over on the other side. And Bailey, whether she wins or loses, is not the same Bailey that was a 4-horse woman.
Yeah.
So I would say yes as well.
All right. That being said, that's just about everything that I have. Again, even though some of it is outdated because it's already aired, I'm going to go ahead and run the WrestleMania week trailer. If for no other reason, but because there's still a couple of streams attached to that haven't happened yet. And God damn it, I love hearing the music.
That's right.
So we will be back after that is done for our shells and farewells.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
We are back.
I'm still somewhat awake, Emmanuel, but thank you.
We're still standing.
Well, yeah. I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet so that we can get out of here. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. 7 a.m. Pacific time. 10 a.m. Eastern time. As James and I host our coverage of the Slammy Awards.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jeff, may or may not be on screen for that one. It just kind of depends. He's more than welcome, of course. It'll basically be like our Hall of Fame coverage.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like we're doing major calls or commentary or anything. And then, of course, the festivities continue. 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern for night 2 of WrestleMania. We will then be back immediately following Meech's musings. So 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern on Monday for the Raw after Mania. And then we get a couple days to rest before we have to be back at it again for the Windy City Riot, 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern, Friday, April 12th. And AEW Collision Battle of the Belts, Saturday, April 13th, kicking off at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, followed by, of course, Open Mic Night, the Saturday night shenanigans that you all know and love. No sleep for dun, dun, dun.
Foster! Everybody.
Anything that you would like to really promote? I know you had a couple of your shows go up these last couple of days. One went up this morning.
Yes. So, episode the first graphic, if it's there, you could just get rid of the one that says J side 1. That's all.
I don't know if that's in there still.
Yeah, you can just get rid of it.
Just go ahead and talk about them.
Oh shoot, I keep forgetting I'm on here. Okay, first time you find me here. Go find me. Do the thing because it's too late to do the full thing. And then I talked about Punk in more detail. We did a whole 3-hour podcast about it, me and my friend Ryan. So it was covered. It was covered. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. We have somebody in. JJ. Somebody has arrived.
I was going to say finish your show first, but...
that's fair. I'll finish my show. But yeah, not the right one. But yeah, do that. Go and check that out. It's episode 14. It's up there now. Because of the impromptu podcast that I don't really think I'd have to do, which is covering that situation. Apparently, that might not be the only time I cover it. Unfortunately, because news just dropped, but we'll leave that where it is.
It's not as bad as you think. Just keep going.
Okay. The legacy of the Dragon Ball creator and artist Akira Toriyama and the Will Smith Done with Jada podcast will now be postponed a week, and it will be a double upload week for the favorite side of things. So be on the lookout for that, and check out my uncle's documentaries, trailers. Check it out. Scan the QR codes 1 and 2. There you go. Woo.
Scan the QR codes.
Scan the QR codes right now. I have no friends.
Greatest commercials ever. I don't give a shit.
They were very good.
Oh, I heard it.
Teleporting in via the Morphin Grid. Datilla is here.
I came to back up Noah, but I don't think he needs my help anymore.
He going night-nights.
Noah!
Yeah, what?
Oh, Jesus. Hi.
I'll be played by Noah.
Noah, do you want to just do your plugs now? But I feel bad.
Go to bed, bro.
Seriously, dude. We need you tomorrow.
Noah, you are dismissed. We will see you for watch-along coverage tomorrow.
Okay, bye. And Fox 916.
5 o'clock and 6 o'clock Eastern, we will see you.
Sir. Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back tomorrow night. Yeah, if people want to follow me and Fox 916, I've been up for 17 hours. I extremely apologize, but God bless you folks. Enjoy life, enjoy wrestling. Goodbye and good night.
Good night, sir.
There you go. And there's his little graphic, people. It's right there. Subscribe and follow.
James, get out of there.
All right. I figured since he
nope. Back your hand away. Nope.
Anyway.
I missed so much.
You guys are just in time for us to be doing our plugs and getting out of here.
Yes.
You know, it's been a long day for everybody. So we kind of tried to keep it to a shorter show today figure we can talk about some things tomorrow.
Yes.
So James just did his plugs. We did a plugs for the watch-alongs. Go ahead and tell everybody where you can be found before Jeff begins his shills.
Yes.
You can follow me. You can find me at Rangers of Wrestling /YouTube.com. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And for all things TNA, you can find me on Body Slam every Thursday. Now, I know I'm supposed to do NXT today, but stuff happened. I only saw like 3 matches, so that that review should be out. That review will be happen tomorrow before WrestleMania Night 2.
Yeah.
And just to make JJ happy. You see, he can't make me happy, but I could make him happy. We're gonna be doing not a simulcast, but I'll be joining Josh on A Plus Hero Report to talk NXT just after Stand and Deliver, but not on a weekly basis. So enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We need more Datella covering NXT.
I'm gonna make you guys
Just like JJ covers Impact on a weekly basis. We need Datella covering NXT on a weekly basis. Damn it.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a Patreon and make you guys pay for it if you want those NXT reviews.
Okay. Please make the money.
Emmanuel says, how do I feel about that agua fresca? I mean, it wasn't even legit agua fresca. That was Minute agua fresca. Unless the mom and pop make agua fresca, that's agua fresca.
That's right. Get your ass in Union Station and go to the grocery. That's some agua fresca down there. God damn it. That's funnier than shit. So glad
I only know Aquafino. What are we talking about?
I kept thinking,
you know what?
about
He's gone now. Damn it, James, you fucking idiot.
I know. Sorry.
They see James on here. He be writing.
Hey, happy Autism Awareness Week, guys.
It's month, Autism Awareness Month. You gotta light it
month.
Up blue.
Yeah, that's right. Autism
Oh
Awareness.
my god. Oh my god. I can't. I fucking can't, you guys.
I will say, I kept thinking throughout the whole match. I was like, I bet Jeff and JJ would definitely like the Spanish commentary for this one, especially because I know how much you guys like when I pronounce the Latino names.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. I know we're trying to get out of here. The fact that the LWO had to have the 2 whitest guys in the stadium help them win, that was some bullshit. I'm just throwing that out there. All right. They're whiter than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know because we saw Kelsey without his shirt on. So I can verify he whiter than me. No. Anyway. All right. God damn it.
Pretty white, though.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. James pretty pale face, to be fair. Yeah. All right.
Come on, Jeff. Let's get
All right, here we go. First of all, I want to say congrats to my buddies. Let's see, they should be going on stage right about now, if not in a couple hours from now. They're in Alaska. Look at that. That is just amazing. It's God's country, as Jenna put in her caption. Damn, that's fucking awesome. I love that. Paradise Kitty in Alaska. If you're in Anchorage tonight and you're watching us, God bless you because it's colder than fuck. Go watch Paradise Kitty if you're there. Come see my buddy Ariel Belvalere at the Bourbon Room Tuesday night. And after conversations and all the things, in addition to the watch alongs you promoted and the one for TNA on May 3rd, I can confirm May 4th will be a Star Wars day across the multiverse of media. But we have Backlash, of course. Dad's on Wrestling Throwbacks between Backlash and Open Mic Night, and then Open Mic Game Night Star Wars Trivia. That is now confirmed. I had 2 graphics ready to go. One was going to be if I wasn't Galaxy's Edge, one if I wasn't going to be. I'm not going then. So I will be recapping Backlash for No DQ after our coverage. Then we'll re-air the Dad's episodes that we've had go up in the last 4 years about the Star Wars saga. And then we will have Star Wars trivia throughout Open Mic Night on May 4th. So just a little bit of a teaser for May because I did have it confirmed what my status would be for that day.
Okay.
So, that was it.
Right.
Meech's Musings will be back on Monday like we talked about, but I have no idea what I'm going to talk about yet because we haven't had WrestleMania finished yet.
That's fair. So that's pretty much going to wrap things up then for this edition of the Saturday Night Shenanigans that are Open Mic Night. Where did the general Open Mic Night image go? Did it get deleted for this other stuff? I don't see it.
Not by me. I didn't do
Not
it.
by me.
I
didn't do it.
James, did you? Hang on.
What did I do? What did I do?
You did something.
Did I do something? I didn't do nothing.
It's okay. I put in.
Me to throw up.
I put in. Here come. No, that's the wrong one. Piss on that shit. Don't show that one.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Damn it! No, it's not your fault. It may have been me, but I don't think it was me.
I didn't touch nothing. I was on Twitter.
Well, blame me for that then. That's what you get for being on Twitter.
Yes, Emmanuel, we will have a discussion point like we did with the CM Punk thing.
Yeah.
Night tomorrow after WrestleMania. We will also allow you guys to get some questions in. Like I said, I'm keeping tomorrow to 2 hours, so
there it is.
It will be a short and sweet. Okay. It'll be a short and sweet episode tomorrow, but
that's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Yes. But until then, for the very tired simple man who had to bow out early because he was falling asleep on the air, for the He-Man James Hebert, for Datilla, for the man whose name is on the marquee, Jeff Meacham, I am the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. Thank you guys for tuning into the Saturday Night Shenanigans that are open mic night. We will see you guys tomorrow for our coverage of the Slammies and Night 2 of WrestleMania. Have a good evening.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.